Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. We got a special video in store, but before we get started and kick off DDG 41, I just have a few major and key announcements. First and absolutely foremost, guys, happy Thanksgiving. We at Enthusiast just want to pass along our sincerest gratitude and thanks for all of your support, your fellowship, and your camaraderie over the years in allowing Enthusiast to grow and scale into what it's become today. It is without every single one of you that shows up and watches our videos, supports us on the brand, and really truly delivers with passion as a priority that allows us to do what we do and make everything possible. And for that, we are endlessly grateful. So please take today to enjoy time with family, friends, and loved ones, and to prioritize truly what matters most in life. Number two, we are filming on my typical vlog camera today, so I'm happy to announce that you are not going to leave this video experiencing a percussion in the eyes and in your mind. I know a few of those last DDG overviews were a little bit rough. We were filming with a Sony a7 III, which is truthfully such a fantastic camera. It just doesn't happen to be the best camera for vlogging. I vlog freehand. I like to bring you guys along with me. I am pretty energetic and charismatic and a little bit animated when I make my videos, and sometimes it creates an experience like this, but not today. Number three, quick winter update for DDG 39, which was that High Country Duramax with the big turbo. Mackenzie Murphy of Monte Vista, Colorado will be out very soon to take delivery of her truck, so be on the lookout for that. And the next big announcement is Kong. And the winner of Kong, Daniel Posh of Converse, Texas, he will also be coming out very soon to take delivery of his truck, so be on the lookout for that. And most importantly, and why you guys clicked on the video, today we are talking about DDG 41, which is this absolutely glorious and oh so beautiful burgundy High Country Duramax that has a list of mods that we are going to go through, and we're going to walk you guys through just how freaking sick this truck is. It comes with $30,000 cash, and as you're watching this video, if on the 28th of November, 30 times entries are live, which is this giveaway's max entry multiplier, and just super important for anybody procrastination nation that's waiting to take their shot to win this truck. Your window of opportunity is only 3 days long to capitalize on 30 times entries in the beginning of this giveaway. Typically, there's a launch week. This time for this giveaway, since it's so short and only runs to December 22nd, it's a launch 3 days plus a few extra hours. All right, guys, are we liking the experience? Are we liking the fluidity of the vlog? Are we liking that it's a little bit smoother? If that's the case, smash the thumbs up button and let's get into the review. Now, the last time this truck was on my YouTube channel, it looked a whole lot different. So if you guys missed that upload, we're gonna put it right up here. That is when we actually took delivery of this thing. But if you need a candid reminder of how amazing this thing sounds, let me just help you out. Yes, baby, that is DDG 41 High Country Duramax. Absolutely so sick in so many different capacities. One of my all-time favorite colors, this deep red burgundy metallic, gorgeous color, and a Dan's Diesel 64mm turbo to feet. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna be distracted. I gotta shut it off. How about we start the review from the front side of the truck? That's where we're gonna kick this one off. All right, this guy's showing off, but I think we have something else to show about just a little bit more. So if you guys caught the video on my YouTube channel of when we took delivery of the truck to now when it is debuted for you to potentially take home, are you liking what you see? First and foremost, the last High Country that was up for grabs was the one that's going over to Colorado that we had just talked about, but it was the generation after this one. This one happens to be one of my all-time favorite trucks, quite literally in existence. And I'm gonna get personal, I'm gonna get sentimental, I'm gonna get sappy with you guys, but this K2XX body style Chevy truck changed my life. And it was ultimately the beginnings, the foundation, the column that was first erected for the pillars of Enthusiast. So I'm really excited to bring you guys a truck that easily one of the most favorited body styles to exist in the quote late model Duramax portfolio. All right, guys, so here we are. This truck is a 2016 High Country Duramax. I had already mentioned the color of the exterior, and on the inside, the High Countries came with two colors from the factory, black and saddle brown. Now, spoiler alert, this one happens to be saddle brown. Now, don't mind the hydration nation happening over here, but the interior color on this truck is so unbelievably sick. It's fully loaded, it's got a sunroof, it's got a sliding rear window, all of the features from the factory, which we will start with right from the outside. So this thing from the factory, guys, it's got lane departure, lane sense. It's got backup camera, of course. It's got heated seats, cooled seats, heated steering wheel, sunroof, sliding rear window, adjustable pedals, exhaust brake, Bose sound system, remote start, and the K2XX body style. That is the best feature of all time. Now, this truck has undergone a massive transformation, and I know I'm kind of putting that off until this very moment right now, but what I should mention is this thing also comes with $30,000 in cash, and this giveaway is super, super short. Now let's jump into it. So we're gonna start at the front of the truck to give you guys probably one of the coolest perspectives that you'll ever see. I mean, this thing sits high, it sits wide, and all the color matching was done absolutely perfectly. We have to give a huge shout out to a few vendors that really truly make these things possible. Huge shout out to Cody from PPF Pros here in Mesa, Arizona, and Phil from Fast Headlights for doing what he does best, delivering on the lighting solutions of this truck. They're going to be linked down in the description below if you guys want to go check them out and potentially get yourself some goodies for your truck as well. So High Countries from the factory come with paint matched front bumpers. So we have OEM paint match on the front bumper, and then all of the plastics have been since painted in a very strategic fashion. So we've got the headlight bezels that were painted, the bumper inserts with the sensors that were painted, the lower valance below, which has been paint to match, of course, sanded smooth. The High Country chrome insert that goes right over the valance remained because it really breaks up the trucks nice, and that only comes on the High Country Duramaxes. And then things were taken kind of to a new level. So we've got the factory headlights, of course, that were pulled open. It was cheese deleted, meaning that the ambers were actually removed from the sides of these lights, and these are totally clear, so you can actually see through them. They're not smoked. The inner part of the headlight was fully sanded smooth, paint matched, retaining all the chrome. Of course, the bezels around the headlights were paint to match. The grille was paint to match. The hood was paint to match. But for my Duramax experts, you would know that this is a 16, and that hood only came on trucks from 17 to 19. So yes, this is an L5P hood converted LML Duramax. Of course, the bow tie was painted. These lattices were left chrome, and then on the retrofitted hood was of course left chrome to complement all the chrome up here. And it's just so sick, so unbelievably sick. All right, now working our way to the side. Chrome as complement is absolutely key. We've got these big old KG1 wheels on here that we're gonna get into in just a second. But along the side, we decided to leave the actual moldings on the door, the High Country badges chrome, the top and the bottom mirror caps, as well as the door handles and the bottom lower window moldings. So you have chrome as complement is key on this side. And then coming around the back, doing something just a little bit different on this one, decided to leave the chrome bumper, chrome around the bow tie, painted bow tie, and then fully sanded smooth and painted plastics on the top step pad, the steps, the step inserts, and the sensors themselves. So doing this one just a little bit different because, you know what, guys, it's cool to change it up and it's fun to change it up. It's cool to be unique and expressive in how we can quite literally create new personality out of these trucks. So doing it just a little bit backwards there, and I absolutely love it. Now the taillights, these are Recon taillights that were built by our boy Phil at Fast Headlights. Always does an absolutely standout job, and I actually have some stuff coming from my Denali Ultimate from Phil as we speak, which is going to be sick. If you guys want to come check out my YouTube channel, Dirty Max Jack, you're more than welcome to. We're going to be doing some fun things there, and we may or may not have some other projects that are in store, so more to come there, more to come, more to come, more to come. But back to the subject of today. Sanded and painted, sanded smooth and painted tailgate handle with, of course, camera and locking tailgate handle itself so you can secure this thing. Same goes for the aftermarket Recon paint to match third brake light. All right, so that about covers us for the cosmetic exterior upgrades, except for one thing I nearly forgot. Those mirrors right there have been painted, sanded smooth, of course, and these are your switchbacks. So you have dual lighting functionality that serve as running light and turn signal, and of course, the lighting has actually been masked and taped to give you that extra sexy and stylish appeal. So now let's chat about some of the other exterior modifications that give this thing the true road presence that it does. So this truck sits large and it is certainly in charge. Pause moment, please. Thank you, building, for blocking out that audio interruption. We are coming back to a 7 to 9-inch Cognito lift kit on this thing. It is big. We've got some trailing arms that help to really lock in and brace this entire truck using the factory torsion bar. But then of course there is a lower cross member support bracket that comes and ties over to the truck as well. Upper control arms, Fox 2.0s with external reservoirs, PPE tie rods, of course a massive front extension, which absolutely looks so sick in so many different ways that give this truck the true presence that it does. I am actually about 5'10". I'd like to think 5'11", depending on the shoe, but truthfully 5'10" when I go to the doctor, whatever, that's context, it's not necessary to know. This thing sits at right about center. This thing sits at upper chest. It sits super high. I mean, here's the mirror for context purposes. It's got some height to it, but I'll tell you what, for as high as it sits, it drives incredibly well. All right, so we're rolling around on some fully polished concave KG1s, of course going the extra with the center cap floaters that are fully billet as well. These are an awesome looking wheel. I really like it. It's dynamic, it's webbed, and I think it complements this truck perfect. A huge set of very meaty 375/40 24s. This is an awesome tire, and truthfully complements this truck so well because of the square nature and the profile of the sidewall. So for the guys and gals that quite didn't like the 33 semi-stretch on the last High Country, this one right here is for you. Factory folding steps, of course, were added by Amp Research. They are super nice steps, brandy spanking new, ready for you to step on all over, and they actually have running lights that are fully wired in as well. Very nice, and the cool thing about it is they tuck up there so you almost don't even know that they exist. Now, I may as well have kept those things down so I can bring you guys up on into the inside. We got some weather techs in this thing, and the interior is definitely something that is so unbelievably sick, all right? So nice little amenities. You got your sunglass holder right here. You've got your slide control, your tilt control on the sunroof. This is your rear sliding window. Programmable garage buttons up here, independent lighting controls. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cup holders in this truck. There's 2 in the center console and then 1 in each door canard in the rear. So you're gonna stay hydrated in your High Country. There's no question of a doubt in my mind. Programmable memory seats and exit seat function, power adjusting mirrors with the ability to fold the mirrors in. You've got your auto controls on your front windows, of course, child safety locks and window locks right here. Bose sound system, which sounds fantastic. 4-wheel drive truck, brake controller, interior lighting, brightness control, and of course, all of your lighting control right here. Coming around to the side, I love these little dials in this interface. So right here, you have adjustable pedals that you can bring forward or backward, which is a cool feature that they actually got rid of in the newer trucks for some reason. Traction control button, cargo light, parking warning on and off, lane sense warning, and my favorite button of all is the engine exhaust brake. With this Dan 64mm, when you turn that on and you're in tow haul, it makes absolutely orgasmic sounds that you should honestly enable even if you don't have anything in tow behind you. All right, so I've done a whole bunch of talking about this truck, but how about we get in and actually drive about it, shall we? I think for the optimum effect, we're going to open up the sunroof and we are certainly going to slide open the rear view mirror, and we're going to slide open the power rear window. So that way, we can embrace some of those glorious 64mm sounds. Now, it's also worth noting that this truck, ladies and gentlemen, on the things you can't see are underneath of us. Oh, did you hear that? That is the greatest sound in all of existence ever. I don't care what you say, there's no argument that will ever counteract that. We got a stage 5 Suncoast internal transmission here that's driving a 6-speed Allison transmission. A fast 165 supplying fuel to the CP3 conversion in this truck. That of course helps to light up the absolutely awesome sounds of that Dan's turbo even better. Yeah, that's good. That's really good stuff. How about we take a stroll, shall we? Oh my God, did you hear that, dudes? That sounds incredible. All right, so we are popping out to the road real quick. Hopefully the wind reverberation doesn't come through too bad, but listen to this thing, guys. That is just so glorious. The actual deceleration with that turbo blow-off sound is just so addicting. This is my disclaimer to all of you guys. It is certainly going to seriously hinder and hurt your overall fuel your overall miles per gallon, but I would say that you're gonna be in this for miles per gallon, so it's a fair and even net positive exchange. So I would certainly say that it's more of a net positive exchange if you were to do a little bit of comparison. Oh, it's just so good. Now guys, take a look at this view that you can get used to. The hood scoop on this truck almost makes this thing Christopher Columbus's worst nightmare, but I'm all about it in every single way, shape, and form. There's just something so American and so patriotic about having a functional hood scoop. I can't really say anything more about it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Norbski to the channel. Hear that? It's just the greatest sound of all time. It's so good. All right, gotta be careful hopping down. Semi-broken, recovering ankle at this point in time. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think of DDG 41? Does that deserve a thumbs up? If you didn't give a thumbs up earlier, you're really holding out on us. But I think that that might have deserved a thumbs up. And if you don't think that that did, how about these massive Nitto trail marks on this fresh blacktop? I mean, can we ask for anything better than that look right there? Now, truthfully, we didn't want to wear these tires in too much because this truck needs a new owner. And the big question is, will that owner be you? The even bigger question is, where will this truck call home if you win? You're gonna have to drop a comment below and let us know. We naturally love filming all of our giveaway overviews and getting out with these trucks, having a blast with them and showing them off to the world. But we know one of our very special supporters is going to take this thing home. And today, being Thanksgiving Day, we have resounding appreciation and gratitude for everyone that's supporting us now and over the last many years of the enthusiast history, giving away some of the coolest trucks on the internet to the coolest people on the internet. And that is where we are going to wrap this up. I hope this video was much smoother and much more stable for you and your viewing pleasure. If you guys haven't already, tap that subscribe button on your way out. Grab your entries for that truck before 30 times entries disappear. And we will see you all in the next upload.